And we are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Speedrunners Arena. We have a great set of matchups for everybody today. We have Zeb316 versus, is it Zeb316 versus mm2nescartridge, Jaychalke versus Nevdi, and Rheem Octuri versus SMRAT. Four of our runners, Zeb, MM2, Jaychalke, and Nevdi, are all undefeated right now. And let's see, Rheem, Octuri, and SMRAT are, I believe, 1-3. And of course, anybody in chat can feel free to correct me if you'd like. And I am Capnestics, and with me I have Zero. And Zero's going to talk to us a little bit about exactly what we're going to be watching today.
Greetings, everybody. I am Zero, and welcome to tonight's final matchup. As Kevin Nasser says, we have a great matchup. 4 out of the 6 runners are currently undefeated, so chances are next week the winners of those 2 races will be going up against each other. We also have Rheem Octuri. He is new to the tournament and going against SMRAT. So hope all is going well. This is the SMRAT Tournament 2021, which stands for Super Metroid Randomizer Accessibility Tournament. It's designed to help newcomers to the Metroid community, Super Metroid community, to play. Which means it doesn't really require any. In order to beat the game, it doesn't require any of those crazy logical tricks, like you'll be seeing tonight by the top 4 runners. It mainly requires the bare minimum of wall jumping, IBJ, which some people might consider to be very difficult tricks to begin with, and vertical shine sparks are also in logic. So those are things, but just because that's the logic, it doesn't really mean that that's how people have to run the races. The more utilities you have, the more techniques and skills you know, the better off you're going to be, which you're going to see tonight. And hope all is well. How are you feeling about tonight, Kev? Who are you feeling?
I think that this is going to be one of the more exciting matches we've seen. I've watched a lot of MM2 and Jaychalke, and I know Nevdi from other categories, and SMRAT I know from being a hundo runner. He ran the hundo tournament that was held a couple months ago. I did comms for Rheem Octuri one time, and I know that Zeb is a monster at randomizer. So I think we're going to see a lot of sequence breaking. I think we're going to see a lot of out of logic stuff. I know that Zeb, Jaychalke, MM2, and Nevdi for sure, probably a little bit better than the other 2 runners, that they know how to employ suitless runs and crystal flash techniques. So, I'm looking for, to be perfectly honest, I don't necessarily want a jet seat. I want to see some really crazy tricks, some unusual play, and some really neat out of logic stuff happening here. But I think we're all going to be very surprised by some very high level play, and a really exciting seed is what I'm hoping for.
Definitely, and logic is the key to sort of success here. People basically route a lot based on the logic of the seed. For instance, if you're looking for Gravity Suit, you're never going to want to look in Meridia or Lower Norfair, because there is a 0% chance of Gravity Suit being there, because logic says you need to have that item in order to navigate those areas. So that's going to help tell our runners where they're going to be going, how they're going to be getting their items. We probably will see some sequence break in. I know Zeb likes to do some suitless things. He might do hell runs. He might do suitless Lower Norfair, suitless Meridias, and all sorts of other crazy things. And it looks like we are off. We are off, baby.
That's pretty awesome. So just so everybody knows when they're watching, it is going to be the ones that are racing against each other are top and bottom. So Zeb will be racing MM2, Jaychalke, Nevdi, Rheem, and SMRAT. However, they're all running the exact same seed, and in SRL, they're in the same race. So for rankings, it's going to be top and bottom, but we'll want to keep an eye on what everybody's doing. You'll see that they're going down the climb right now, and through Parlor, they're going to pick up the Morph Ball first, which will give us access into some tight areas. And because Samus can't crawl, she will be rolling.
And that's true. Yeah, so she's thrown down. We see some people using a trick called Moonfall. It's when you turn on the Moonwalk ability, and I don't really know how it works because I can't make it work. But causes when done correctly, you go down very very fast and helps save time. And we see that Morphin Ball. So the 4 runners to the left, they are undefeated with 4-0, and Rheem Octuri for Sasho, that is a 1-3 matchup. And fun fact, 2 out of these 6 racers I went up against.
So right now we have super missiles for the first pickup. We'll try to keep you all apprised on what the item situation is. Due to the 6-person layout, we are not going to be seeing a tracker on screen. So anybody that's, oh my goodness, we have Gravity Suit already in the ceiling. And Zero, where does Gravity Suit give us access?
Technically, it doesn't give us access anywhere because this item is not in Logic. Because in order for that item to be in Logic, you need either bombs, space jump, high jump, ice beam, or speed plus power bombs. But if you all care, well, space jump gets you access to Meridia. It's one of the items needed for Lower Norfair, and it actually gets you access to Wave Beam, or not Direct Shift.
The other fascinating thing about Gravity Suit is Gravity Suit will help give you normal physics through water and will also help in reducing some of the environmental damage, but will not offer any heat protection like it would in the vanilla game.
So a fun fact also, once that Gravity Suit comes into Logic, the room that all these runners, with the exception of MM2, are going to, called Billy Mays, that they're going up to, will be in Logic with that Gravity Suit, and we do see Plasma. MM2 seems to be doing a meme route. He seemed pretty fearful of Zeb, so we might be seeing a lot of risk on MM2's side.
Yeah, and I would already say that Zeb has a significant advantage of firepower already with the plasma beam, and looks like doing that. They're all doing that Brinstar power bombs check, and I wonder if we'll see meme route out of Jay, Zeb, and Nevdi as well, while the other runners are finishing up their Billy Mays check, and we'll see where they go also. Ooh,
Yeah,
no
so-
meme route.
Yeah, so it looks like no. So far, most of the runners aren't doing meme route, with the exception of MM2, and he did a full Brinstar skip. That is a huge and scary play. Remember, Gravity Suit's not watching right now, so there could be a possibility that very soon, as well as several other majors, are over in Brinstar. Because Brinstar has a lot of items. I forgot how many. I know it's at least 10 items that are in Logic, with a couple of items that are out of Logic too. So a lot of items being skipped there by MM2.
Yeah, there's at least 3 items down in the Eddie Coons, and I didn't happen to notice, but I think MM2 also skipped the Green Hill Zone missile check. So definitely significant significant amount of items skipped already from MM2. And also, not going to get early. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, actually, that Green Hill Zone item was a lovely trash can or a reserve tank.
Nice. So the other thing MM2 is going to miss out on is not going to be able to check Gauntlet early and see if there's any good surprises there. Not going to be able to check Mother Brain 2 or the bombs location until much later. So we'll see if MM2 misses any significant items other than the plasma beam. And so far in E-Tank and super missiles, and MM2 will be our first runner to face a full boss. Well, we won't have a mini boss because we don't have bombs yet, but we'll see Kraid here in a moment.
And it looks like MM2 is the master of the trash can, finding the second one. Second out of 4 trash cans in this entire game.
And MM2's got pretty low health right now. Shouldn't be too significant a factor for a runner like MM2, but could do a little bit of farming before Kraid, but that's not the kind of health you want to have right at the beginning of the game, going into the first boss.
And luckily, his health wasn't low enough where he was thrown to a health bomb by Mini Kraid.
Yeah, but if he does not get the quick kill here, he's going to be hard pressed to farm because only one of the fingernails of Kraid stands up will give you drops. So we'll see what happens here, and let's hope MM2 can get this quick kill.
So we got some supers at BT. Looks like Rheem managed to get a possibly a lucky powerbomb drop because he is already at 230 compared to some of the other racers, and that also has super missiles as well. So far, MM2's play is working out okay, though missing out on ammo could be pretty bad. And there's supers at the backer Kraid.
Especially if our other runners find a charge beam. With that plasma, charge beam will do significant more damage than the pea shooter alone. And MM2 is going to be hoping for a significant number of super packs in case that charge beam doesn't happen to be picked up, whereas our other runners have at least a 1 or 2 pack of super advantage already on MM2, as we have Zeb going through Terminator, Jay and Nevdi through Terminator, and Rheem with a really cool ship swap right there. That's a great ship palette. I like that one.
Definitely. Another thing about that plasma beam, it is one of the few items that does significant damage to some of the brutal enemies down there in Lower Norfair. And without screw attack, that Lower Norfair played to be pretty bad. We got some gauntlet checks. Looks like just consumable ammunition. So still MM2 is on track. Remember, the only thing that puts that gravity suit in logic is actually there's a lot of things that puts it into logic. So
quite a bit, yeah. So I would imagine that we're going to see Jay, Zeb, and Nevdi do an early supers check while MM2 is checking out Upper Norfair. And I wouldn't be surprised if they also decide to do a full cleanup of this green Brinstar section right here.
Definitely, for sure. Let's see, and we got another illogical check. The runners are going into the mockball room. People have learned this trick where you get to maintain speed with the mockball in order to get past those gates to get to these items. But it's not logic. It's not a vanilla trick. So any of these items that our runners are finding in this green area, they are out of logic until they find speed booster. But so far, it's just more consumables.
And that's really good to point out here. So with the SMRAT logic, basically, you're looking for progression items to get from one place to the next, and the logic is vanilla. So you're likely to find your progression in with items that you would normally have at that point in the vanilla game, if I've got that right.
Definitely. Oh, we got charged at Proc Escape.
No kidding. So we know where that is. So definitely MM2, once he has his Varius suit, will keep that in mind for later, is that will help save MM2 from making a lot of unnecessary checks for ammunition. But then again, without finding plasma like our other runners did, who knows? MM2 might continue to pick up super missiles until he finds a higher powered beam.
Yeah, definitely. And we got Ice Beam. That is definitely not going to help out MM2. We got Ice Beam down at Edcoons. That's not a logical item, and it also puts that gravity suit into logic. Oh, and we also have Spazer, dual beams. Nevdi decides to skip out on Spazer. No love for Spazer. I don't know.
Well,
Jaychalke picked up Spazer. I don't know if Zeb picked it up.
Interesting. Does Nevdi has Plasma Beam? Because Spazer will cancel out Plasma Beam and vice versa.
Oh yeah, it would be nice if I actually remembered that.
If you had both the beams together, you would actually crash the game. Some space-time shenanigans. I'm a little surprised by the Meridia check by MM2. Having the gravity suit, he can get around Meridia, but there are only so many checks he can do without Ice Beam or high jump boots or speed. So very interesting play by MM2. Hoping to get really lucky here and maybe get an edge on Zeb later on.
Yeah, with his current build, there's only 2 items in logic. The one that he's checking right now in this wall, which are missiles, and the one at Crab Supers, which I don't think we saw yet.
So unfortunately for MM2 right now, not really making the best play, but who knows what else he could find up here. Looks like he is going to check that Crab Supers item with some wall jumps, no problem.
Yeah, so just to reiterate back on Gravity. Gravity is now in logic because of Ice Beam, and I believe that there is enough health right now to put put Fantoon into logic. Gravity Suit definitely puts it. Gravity Suit lets you get to Wreck Ship, but in order for Fantoon to be in logic with the Gravity Suit, you need to have at least three logical E tanks, which I'm sure the racers probably will have.
That's also important to mention right now with the difference in E-tanks and health and energy between MM2 and the rest of the runners that decided to go the other route. So it'd be very interesting to see what MM2 up. He's doing some gravity jump tech right now where you start the jump right at the end of your pause, right before the game pauses and gets to the menu. You turn off your gravity suit, and then you'll be able to fly a little bit higher through the water as MM2 demonstrated. So these are definitely checks that you would not normally be able to make without some shenanigans, basically.
True, and looking at all of our other racers, it so far doesn't really seem like they found anything except for just more consumables in this big pink area. Big pink is a pretty dangerous area to be with without a suit on and will help because there are these things called side hoppers, these massive things that just like to hop from side to side. They don't like to hop anywhere else, they just like to hop side to side, and they can do significant damage if you're suitless. But everyone has gravity suits and a decent amount of health, so no problem there. MM2 is going to be checking. Ooh, got space jump in the watering hole.
That will open up a significant portion of Meridia that MM2 would not be able to get otherwise because he doesn't have high jump boots. Nevdi, by the way, did an excellent wave gate skip without high jump, which is really tough tech. Jaychalke following up with the exact same situation there. So, again, what it's looking like, we have screw attack. So, you want to talk to our runners here what Zeb just picked up with screw attack? That's a mighty item for early game.
Screw Attack is basically the logo of Super Metroid. It is probably the best item in the entire game. When you spin, you start shining, and whatever you touch dies. And it is very useful because it pretty much one-shots everything. Therefore, it makes Lord Norfair that much easier, as well as it's one of the primary items that are required for Gauntlet. Because for Gauntlet,
Sorry, I was going to say, did Rheem pick up screw attack? Because I saw him. No, he did not. He's not there yet. Okay, sorry, Zero, for that interruption. I got lost in the game.
That's okay. I'm always lost. Yeah. So, screw attack is one of the primary items needed for a gauntlet. So you need screw to get the gauntlet, and you need some sort of up logic, either space jump, bombs, or speed. And
now I would.
And one last thing is one of the two items that you need in order to complete the plasma beam room.
I was going to say, my expectation right now is that MM2 is probably going to go to Wreck Ship and fight Fantoon now. Having that space jump will give him access over the moat and over the ocean. So that would be after checking beta power bombs, where I would expect MM2 to go next. Meanwhile, it looks like Zeb has also decided to go up Red Tower, and Jaychalke as well. Nevdi is deciding to go toward Kraid's warehouse. Do some of those checks we've already seen MM2 do.
Also, if you're following along, that space jump that MM2 found is not in logic yet. In order to actually put that item in logic, you need to wait it up there, which is either bombs, grapple beam, or grapple beam, space jump, which is already up there, or speed booster. So, if MM2 has found the logic, he would probably expect to see one of those items somewhere up here in a Wreck Ship area, possibly.
I'm really not surprised at MM2 working so much around the logic to try to find some key items, especially going up with somebody as strong at running as Zeb. But with them, virtually going in the same place right now, MM2 I think has a significant advantage with the space jump. It's going to help him move across the screen much faster, and it's going to make a much easier entrance into Wreck Ship. And there is a beam upgrade for MM2. Unfortunately, he, I believe, does not have ice and does not have plasma. So once Zeb picks that up, that's just an even bigger advantage for Zeb over MM2. He has his full beam combo already. Well, he doesn't have charge yet, but we know where charge is. So possibly he'll pick that up.
Definitely. It looks like MM2 is trying to check May's item. I think it was an E-tank, nothing special. this maze is in our this lower ocean area is going to be in Logic, followed by Spooky Missiles and Fantoon. And we should see some pretty epic Fantoon fighting here from these runners. Hopefully, we can see the legendary one rounder.
I know MM2 is capable of one round. I've seen him do it before. Um, Most likely, we'll see a set of Dopplers in either a 2 or 3 round Fantoon, depending on how trolly wants to be. Oh gosh, I had something else I wanted to mention and I just lost track of it. Oh, I want to say thank you, by the way. We have a raid from Speedrunners Arena 2 and Tommy Lee coming in. So thanks for the raid, everybody. We got an exciting match going on right now and already considerable route divergences, which might not be noticeable because Zeb and MM2 are in the same location. But MM2 has a huge movement advantage with space jump. Meanwhile, Zeb has screw attack and a variety of beams that will speed up his run compared to MM2's.
Most importantly, Zeb has Ice Beam, which grants some illogical access to Dragon.
Yes, with an ice clip, which I'm hoping we get to see. I think it would be kind of interesting if we can get through a whole race without any speed. It will slow our runners down, but I like the ice clip, and I like to see tech that we don't find in the vanilla game.
Well, I'm sure with Zeb here, we'll definitely see things like that, hopefully. But so far, the seed definitely feels straightforward. We'll see whether or not these runners full clear red ship. Lately, red ship has been a nice place to find items. Usually, Sky Missiles is a go-to place. We had Nevdi. He managed to kill Braid with Braid quick kill. Don't be checking high jump area. We know that nothing's down there. Sasha's also taking out Braid. Rheem is making his way through Green Hills, and the other runners are just taking out Space Elephant.
Also, the other interesting thing is we all know where Charge Beam is because we saw MM2 do the crack escape check earlier. So the other runners not knowing where that item is might cause them to pick up a lot more item. Meanwhile, MM2 is going to be carrying that in the back of his head the whole time that he does know where that Charge Beam location is. So that might have some effect on the race.
And we got our first Fantoon kill. MM2 takes down Fantoon. Looks like Zeb might have miscounted and he has enraged Fantoon. Why did that happen, Kev?
Well, when you hit Fantoon with a super missile, he goes in rage pattern where he'll basically be at the ceiling and just kind of shoot fireballs at you. Basically, him with too much hit points at once, where it just causes him to be enraged. But I think supers do, a lot of damage on him. I don't know, but it definitely slows the run down. But with screw attack, no problem there. The runners don't have to worry about getting hit by those flames if that happens. And Gravity Suit offers significant protection against Fantoon because in the vanilla game, you would not have that.
Definitely, and looks like Zeb and Jaychalke both take down Fantoon at the same time. Nothing at right side supers for MM2. We'll see what's on the left side supers. And it's nothing again. Let's see. Looks like Nevdi's decided to go through Meridia. A good plan. We'll see whether or not he's able to get that space jump as well, or if just continues going up.
Looks like Rheem was just opening the tube right now to get into Meridia, a little quicker access later. And we're going to have MM2 is going to have a significantly easier time moving around Rex ship than our other runners with that space jump there. And we know that space jump was found in Meridia in what's that location? I can never remember what that's called. It's not the sand pit. It's
watering hole.
The watering hole. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate that. That's the only one of the rooms in the game I just, for the life of me, can't remember what it's called. And Nevdi might actually be making his way there, and we have that from MM who didn't like what he found at the wreck ship E-Tank and might decide to go to the attic and clear the rest of wreck ship. Check the Sky Missiles, maybe. Hope that he'll find his Varia suit there. We'll see.
For MM2, there definitely isn't that. Well, for MM2, there is a lot of places left for him to check. Remember, there's still the top of Criteria. There's still Retro Brinstar. or
and
not
the
retro Bryn
entire
Star.
dream.
I mean green Bryn Star. There's all that, and towards the top red ship.
I think that's one of the big issues when you skip checks like that. They're always kind of in the back of your mind, and if you don't happen to find what you need anywhere else, you have to sit there and go, okay, at some point I'm going to have to make the journey all the way back to that area and find those items that I missed, which we know are ice beam and screw attack and plasma beam and a lot of significant stuff that I'm sure MM2 would like right now.
So interestingly enough, for Zeb and Jaychalke, basically mimicking each other, they did not save before going to Red Ship E Tank. Normally, it's a faster play to save, but they didn't do it. Looks like Nevdi is trying to do gravity jump into doing that gravity jump up to aqueduct area, so that means he will find that space jump as well.
Fortunately, wreck ship, once you have the gravity suit, is not a very dangerous place. So maybe they opted not to take the save because they weren't worried about dying in Spiky Room of Death. It looks like Jaychalke has decided to leave and not do bowling. So hopefully, for his sake, that's not where Varia is found. So we'll have to
That
see
is.
if what's that?
That is a dangerous play. We all know that Red Ship usually has been having good things there. Jaychalke pulling off the classic Jaychalke skip, but there really isn't that many places left for Jaychalke to check. Well,
Ooh,
wait, what? I hear.
Jay. MM2 just found the Varia suit into Sky Missiles, which is like, I swear, the third or fourth time in this tournament we have seen at Sky Missiles.
Well,
And go
uh,
ahead.
third or fourth time times 10 because it's always there. There's something always in that Sky Missiles.
I swear I'm never going to skip Sky Missiles ever again after watching this tournament.
So that gives MM2 a good lead, yet MM2 doesn't have the DPS like Zeb does. So we'll see how this plays out. MM2 is going to be in the lead.
Net 2 is also lacking a couple, well, actually, no, he's with that space. They have absolutely no problems in fair. Octuri having a little bit of trouble with Kraid right now, but has more than enough firepower. Should be able to take out Kraid, pretty soon. However, is at a disadvantage. Where is Nevdi right now? Is Nevdi's in Meridia, so Nevdi's not going to find that Varia suit either for quite a while. So that will make their race with each other very, very interesting. And who knows, maybe they'll find tanks along the way. What did I miss?
Zeb.
Oh, Zeb is going to find the Sky Missiles. Okay. I don't know how to get up there, though. He doesn't have the movement items required.
Yeah, but
well, he could get on those platforms. That's true.
It's going to be pretty hurtful for Zeb.
Yeah, hopefully Zeb doesn't give up, because I don't know if he checked the item and knows what's... but absolutely worth his time. He'll be really excited when he finds that. But yeah, really interesting. I actually say MM2, even with less firepower right now, with the knowledge of where Charge Beam is, I'd say MM2 has a huge advantage over Zeb right now, just by Space Jump alone. And this is not the first race where Space Jump is definitely... Oh, wow. Zeb got it. Super Jet.
Oh, that was so close. that was just so close and scary. The only thing that's going to hurt MM2 is Dragon access right now. If he doesn't find a suitable place to find Speed Booster, it can really hurt him.
Yeah, that's true, because he doesn't have ice. So it is actually going to be probably still with Zeb having a big advantage even without that space jump, because if MM2 doesn't find speed, what's the likelihood you think that he's going to go all the way back down to Green Brinstar and find that ice beam? I would say he's going to make a beeline for Lower Norfair right now and try to do as many checks as he can.
Oh, here's the thing as well. Space jump is not in logic, so one of the possible items to put space jump in logic is speed, along with grapple or bombs. So one of those items cannot be. One of those items cannot be in Lower Norfair. But speed to be in bowling. Speed to be
That's true.
speed to be
Al-
up at Landside PBs.
Also, MM2 does not have screw attack and has a relatively weak beam compared to the other runners in here. So he does have a very, very risky lower Norfair play right now. Meanwhile, Zeb will have a much more comfortable lower Norfair, having screw attack, having plasma and wave beam. So that's going to also give Zeb, in addition to having ice beam, a much more significant advantage over MM2. And I would also expect Zeb is probably going to fight Kraid at this point, and I don't recall if MM2 has fought Kraid yet.
MM2 did across the map. We had Nevdi. Nevdi's at Dragon, and along the way he found bombs at the precious missile location. So that is another item that's out of logic. So speed or grapple is the item to get up to that aqueduct area.
I feel bad for MM2. We already have an RIP MM2 in the chat by another runner who knows just as well as a lot of us just exactly how dangerous lower Norfair can be if you're not properly equipped. And MM2 with only one E tank and I think just one reserve tank and no screw attack has an extremely, extremely dangerous lower Norfair coming up here.
And there is a slim chance that speed can be in lower Norfair.
So I would expect that Nevdi Reagan is down is most likely going to do a gravity jump out, right? Or does Nevdi have space? No, Nevdi has space jumps, so no problem there. Meanwhile, I just want to point out that we have Sasho Boss and Rheem Octuri are both in Meridia, right? I'm sorry, one is in Meridia right now. Meanwhile, Sasho Boss is going to go and find all the goodies that we've seen over at Wreck Ship. So it is likely Sasho Boss could potentially find the Varia suit the same way we saw Zeb find it.
Yeah, and MM2 is in what we call the worst room in the game. It is called that because it is pretty hard to navigate, especially with evil pirates that require either charged plasma, screw, or missiles or supers to get through. And if you burn through your supers here, then it's just going to be a painful grind later on to take on Ridley, because Ridley takes 30 supers to normally kill.
Unfortunately for MM2, he does enough of that there. Kind of if Zeb is going to go straight for lower Norfair or maybe do some of those checks in upper Norfair. Maybe I'll tell you, Zeb will be at a big. Zeb does that check and finds charge beam at Croc Escape if he decides to check some of those upper Norfair items. So really interesting race on our left. On our right, Rheem Octuri and Sasho Boss are both found in different locations. A lot of these item pickups we have already seen. We already know what is there. So that's probably why we're spending a lot of time commenting over on Zeb and MM2 side, is that going in locations that, well, at least MM2 is in a location we haven't been yet.
Yeah, so MM2 is going through one of the key hunter rooms. It's quite dangerous. They do 50 units of health damage to you. As for Zeb, he does know how to do a high jumpless worst room in the game, so we might be seeing that. He's still doing checks. Rheem, where are you going? Rheem is making his way back to Red Tower. Nevdi is checking both sandpits, I would assume, or maybe just one sandpit. And Sasho taking on Space Elephant.
And with the Varia suit, Fantoon should be no problem. I know Sasho is a really good hundo runner, so he's definitely used to facing Fantoon with far less equipment, so should have no trouble there. Meanwhile, Rheem having a little bit of trouble getting up Red, most likely going to do his Red Tower checks and then possibly even make his way to Wreck Ship as well, where he'll join Joe Boss.
And Nevdi's taking the elevator to Plasma. Is he going to check Plasma followed by Forgotten Highway?
Does look like at least going to check Plasma. Has Nevdi already taken out Fantoon? I believe so.
No, Nevdi actually went
No?
down.
So I would not be surprised if he does decide to do Forgotten Highway after this. That would be cool. I haven't seen Forgotten Highway in a little while. There's usually a reason for that.
Now back to MM2. So he needs a minimum of 30 supers or 6 missiles per 1 super to take down Ridley here. And Ridley's no joke of a boss, especially when you don't have high jump. So this fight could be pretty dangerous. Not to mention, he's going to be 30 supers shy after this battle, and the escape without plasma or screw attack is going to be quite painful.
Assuming MM2 makes it through this Ridley fight, and he's got some RBO experience, so he can definitely do a low health Ridley fight with no problem. I wouldn't be surprised to see MM2 do a little bit of farming in the room right after Ridley some of those super missiles, because with that wave beam and no charge, again, you're right. This escape is just going to be even more of a risk for MM2.
So
and yes.
I might have missed it, but it looks like Nevdi did plasma. Don't know what was there. Probably nothing of value. I think
an E-tank.
So an E-tank. I think Spring Ball was in one of the sand pits that Nevdi decided to opt out of. Looks like there's just another. I'm assuming it was ammo behind Ridley, because MM2's health did not increase at all.
Yes, it was just a super missile behind Ridley, which MM2 is going to be happy because it does reduce his farming time. And I wouldn't be surprised if MM2, he could farm the metal pirate. It costs 3 supers per pirate, and that's probably all he'll make back. So probably not a good idea to farm there. So, and again, health is low, no high jump boots. There's some tricky areas. MM2 will have a risky escape here. And I don't know if Zeb is going to be able to catch up, because Zeb, I do not believe, has space jump. Nope, definitely doesn't. So I'm giving the edge to MM2 right now if he can lower Norfair.
And Zeb is trying that coveted high
Pixel
jump list.
Perfect, right?
I believe it's Pixel Perfect.
Oh, I'm perfect. I don't know. That's super risky. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, while Zeb is struggling with nearly impossible high jumpless wall jump right there, I think I heard another, couple of people talking about it in points, saying, I spent an hour trying to do that and I couldn't the frame one. Whoa, and he does it. What a beast.
Someone said speed. Well, yeah, so Zeb got it, and someone just said speed.
Somebody find speed? Is it at X-ray? I see Nevdi
going very fast.
Did Nevdi speed at X-ray? Holy cow! What a pick! What a pickup! But Nevdi's already done, so that'll just that'll help Nevdi move a little bit faster, give him some easy wreck ship access. But really, this race has been pretty cool so far, and MM2 definitely winning the Guts Award for today, and Zeb with the Tech Award for that high jumpless worst room in the game. That's pretty impressive.
Definitely. Now it just comes down to MM2. What's he going to do? Will he manage to go to X-ray, or will he go somewhere else for possible speed?
I think MM2 is, no matter where he goes from here on out, I'm absolutely certain he's going to go and get that charge beam, that croc escape. So I would expect he's going to head there first on his way outside of here. But I wouldn't be surprised with Space Jump to see an X-ray check after he picks up his charge beam.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. He does. He should know that Norfair is in logic, so we might see a full Norfair by MM2.
We're going to see an ice clip by Jaychalke to try to get into Shaq Tool.
Ooh, interesting play.
So Jay will be very sad when he finds out that Sky Missiles, his wreck ship skip, is going to cost him, because this ice clip is not easy. You have to freeze that Puyo at exactly the right time so that you can jump on top and kind of clip right through that platform there. And we know Jay is not going to find what he's looking for at Shaq Tool. Nice clip though. Well done, Jay. Good job. GG.
Luckily, lucky Etain fine for MM2 in order to escape through this final key hunter room. Looks like
And it looks like
Sasho is going to bowling. I don't know if he picked up various suit, but he's going to bowling.
we haven't seen what's at bowling yet. So if you can confirm, did we get a sky missiles check from Sasho, boss?
I did not see. Hopefully, he checked sky missiles.
If he didn't, it's gonna be a, oh my goodness. And then Rheem, we'll see if Rheem ends up. So wow, this is interesting.
So Zeb is did to go on ammo. Let's see. Some of the other runners are a little bit behind on ammo go mode.
Oh, Jay, we got a reset from Jay. Not liking what he found at Shack Tool. I think Jay is probably starting to think that Varia is going to be an item that he has missed somewhere he has already been.
Yeah, and Jaychalke definitely knows the logic of this game, so he should at some point in time he should start realizing where that gravity various suit is going to be.
Knowing that about Jay, it is even possible that did Nevdi find it? Did Nevdi find Varia? I think he skipped sky missiles, or did he take the No, he took the platforms, right?
Nevdi hasn't been there yet.
No, hasn't been there yet. Boy, it can be tough trying to keep track of a six-way.
Definitely.
It'd be interesting to see how Jaychalke and Nevdi's setup ends up with neither of them having found Varia yet.
And Zeb is working on his way out. Zeb might actually overtake MM2 here.
And, it is possible.
And getting that speed booster is going to be no easy task for MM2 because he would have to go to X-ray and then double back to Meridia. And it looks like MM2 is going to be doing the proc check.
Yep, and I also know that MM2 has no access right now, but with speed boosters, Zeb does. So that alone right there is gives Zeb a significant advantage over MM2 because we know in order for MM2 to get that access, he'll either have to go to X-ray and get speed, or he'll have to go back to Green Brinstar by the Edicoons and get ice.
Or possibly find bombs.
Oh, he could also do a crystal flash clip, but we know bombs he's not going to find because they're in the precious room, and MM2 can't get to the precious room without. So I don't know if he can do a crystal flash. I think Zeb has a huge advantage right now over MM2 because he does have Meridia access.
So there's a good chance that MM2 will find speed, so it might actually come down to the war between speed versus ice at the very end.
And so Chad is saying Zeb does not have speed. Did Zeb not pick it up? Maybe there was somebody else that picked up speed?
Zeb had no way to get speed. I think the only person with speed is Nevdi, and Sasho is heading over there as well.
Oh, good point. But Zeb has ice beam, so he could very easily ice clip into Meridia.
Jaychalke is making his way over to Dragon. He did the ice clip over. Rheem has taken down the space elephant, so we only have one space elephant left in this run to be conquered.
I'm kind of curious. I mean, I would imagine Zeb is going to finish this race first. But here we go. We're going to see Zeb try to do a clip. Through speed, which we saw one of our runners, Hacksaw, unfortunately had a bad soft lock there in the last race. But Zeb, I've never seen anybody do that, so that was really impressive for me. GG Zeb, wow.
Yeah, so MM2, he only checked the watering hole questions in chat, so he's probably going to try and check sand pits. Zeb will definitely probably most likely overtake MM2 now. And back on the trick that Zeb did, it is a possible soft lock trick I have learned myself, and I pretty much plan to save before I even attempt that trick nowadays because you don't want to lose all that
Could you
effort.
explain that? Because I didn't even realize that was a thing until very recently, and I do not know the tech behind it. How is that possible?
I don't really know either. I think you need to have wave beam and either spazer or plasma, and you shoot into the air. And I think what it does is it overloads. It overloads the something. It overloads something, which allows you to clip through. And once you start clipping through, you have to stop shooting. Otherwise, you'd potentially overload it too much to the point where it just stop moving. And that's just
Interesting.
that's my rough interpretation. I believe the pros in the chat will be able to let us know, explain the Frog Speedway skip to us better.
Still pretty amazing tech, and kind of like what we had said at the beginning of the race with runners of this kind, like these guys, we had a feeling we are going to see some very interesting plays, and Rheem is going to have to be very careful. Looks like Reem's just going to kill himself, and that probably has a save just above Spiky Room of Death. So pretty good play there. MM2, on the other hand, is probably really frustrated right now. Had a reset, just trying to check these locations, hoping that some access to Batoon is here. And obviously, we know that he's going to be disappointed by what he finds. So we have another reset from MM2, who, by the way, hates spring ball, if you can't tell.
I just want to point out that Sasha Boss is checking waterway, which makes me believe he did not check sky missiles for that various suit. So this could potentially give Rheem an advantage here, which will be very nice to see. Zeb is definitely in the lead right now, unless if MM2 to find some way to clip into the Dragon.
We did have a question. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say Jaychalke is still searching for his various suit, and Nevdi will most likely find his. So let's see. You have a question. What's the question?
The question was, has Zeb killed Kraid yet? And I am not sure of the answer. If he, go ahead. If you know.
According to his tracker on his stream, he has a Kraid marked off. So I am guessing that's a yes. I hope.
So probably no chance of us seeing a G3 here, but that would certainly make things more interesting, and give to a little chance to catch up. Meanwhile, I think MM2 is just going to do every Meridia check that he can do in order to try to find that Batoon access, which again we know he's not going to find. So I wonder how long it's going to take before MM2 realizes he's going to have to check someplace else.
Yeah, it's just a shame for MM2. I'm kind of amazed he didn't decide to check GT as well, because there is a possibility that ice or speed can be at GT as well. So
is he going to try to do some kind of what on earth is he going to try to do here?
Maybe there's a trick that. Oh no, he's probably going to be doing that. That suit is. I don't know what's called, suitless crystal flash flip. I forgot about that one.
Interesting. I didn't even know about that. Meanwhile, Nevdi finds his Varia suit. So I'm going to have to watch this from MM2, because this is tech I've never seen before. But if anybody could do it, it'd be MM2. He knows a lot of out of the way kind of skills.
Yeah, it seems like it's the new latest tech that everyone's into. Like everywhere I go, I just see people practicing this trick. So I guess either it's something that's been known for a while, or it's something that people just recently figured out how to do. Motroid says it's very hard. I was watching Motroid practicing earlier.
Now, what I understand, you have to be on the exact correct frame in order for the crystal flash to work, and that's why you see MM2 jumping. Because normally you would lay a power bomb and then you would lay a regular bomb, so that you would be bounced up in the air to the right pixel or the right frame to get that crystal flash, which MM is now out of attempts, and I think we might even see him try that, because he has at least 5 or 6 attempts there with however many power bombs he has.
Strutlog says it's frame perfect without bombs, and the practice ROM actually has a thing that helps train you where to actually do all the inputs. Rheem is riding his I don't know, his platform. Eventually, he's gonna be finding his various suit. Hopefully, he doesn't fall. No, Rheem. No.
Oh boy.
That's the second time that's happened.
Meanwhile, Jaychalke did pick up speed at X-Ray, and I'm not sure. I think Nevdi already has speed, possibly.
Yeah,
Nevdi might
Nevdi
be
had.
finding a charge beam coming up here.
Yeah, Nevdi has speed and Sasha has speed. I think that's it. Maybe Jaychalke has speed as well.
Jay just
Jaychalke.
picked up speed.
So Jaychalke is making his way back. Uh, he's making his way back to Green Brinstar. Probably only checking Waterway. Probably also checking Climb.
Well, I hope Rheem really keeps up with his efforts up there. I'm not sure if he knows the Varia suit is there, but definitely going to be rewarded for taking the time to get on these platforms.
Yeah, why are you shooting the thing, Rheem? Why? Yeah, so Rheem did most likely see it. It's such a shame. Apparently, that jump is very, very like getting up to that platform seems to be pretty difficult without high jump. So it makes me wonder why. Well, I guess it's easier when you have Ice Beam. Apparently, I guess Ice Beam helps reduce that clipping issue.
Also, we have Zeb trying a high jumpless gravity jump to get on that platform to get out of Meridia so that he can make his way to G4. And that's I'm not even sure if you can make it from there. But again, just watching Zeb, definitely a much more knowledgeable and highly skilled Super Metroid player than I am. So I'm going to assume that if Zeb is trying it, that it can be done. And it looks like Nevdi is heading to Lower Norfair. I'm surprised we didn't get a check at Croc Escape before he headed down Frog Speedway. But again, there are a lot of different places that Nevdi can be hoping for charge down in Lower Norfair. Also, we know there are a lot of supers that Nevdi can pick up as well, so shouldn't have any trouble finding the ammo he'll need to finish the game by the end of his trip through Norfair.
And Rheem picks up his various suits, so the only people that remain are Sasha, which I don't really think matters because Sasha. Oh wait, yeah, Sasha still needs a various suit. I'm saying about him too. So Sasha still needs his various suit as well as Jaychalke.
Yeah, and Jaychalke does not have enough ammo to trek through Lower Norfair without it. So I think we're going to see a speed check here. We're going to check the speed location, the Climb Supers, which we know Jay's not going to find what he's looking here. And I think it's only a matter of time before Jay realizes he's going to have to go back to Wreck Chip. And who knows, maybe it'll click in his head going, you know what, we have seen Varia at Sky Missiles so often. Why did I not check there?
Yeah, now just a little bit of a boss update. Zeb has killed all the bosses, we hope. We are unsure if he did.
M2 got it.
Oh, yeah. Finally, MM2 gets that Crystal Flash clip. Yeah, so Zeb has killed all the bosses. MM2 has Dragon left. Nevdi, I believe, just has Ridley left. Jaychalke, I think, also just has Ridley left.
Yep,
Sasha will only have Ridley left after this boss, and I think Rheem has Dragon and Ridley.
Boy, I'll tell you, and right now we have Zeb already on his way. Now, Zeb does not have charge, so Zeb is going to have to be very careful to watch his ammo. Should have no trouble doing a Zeb skip, should have plenty of supers to take out Mother Brain, and enough time to go after Mother Brain for a second, maybe even a third time while MM2 clears out Meridia and takes out Dragon, and then makes his way. Also, knowing MM2 doesn't have speed, that's going to slow MM2 down on his way to Turian once he defeats Dragon. So, huge advantage from Zeb right there, but really an unbelievably impressive run from MM2. And the fact that he can finish the seed with the route that he took is extremely impressive.
Definitely, especially yes. When if you all missed it, MM2 he did a complete Brinstar skip. He just went through meme route and just said, "I'm just going Red Tower. That's it." And it was pretty close. The only thing that hurt MM2 was the lack of a really good way to get to Dragon, which helped Zeb get in the lead. Now back to Zeb. With his current build, he has a 2570. That should leave him with 13 missiles and 2 supers to miss, which is not the best, but still pretty okay right now for his build. So hopefully he's going in with full ammo. That's always
I did
good.
not. I didn't see if Zeb saved at the ship, but he can definitely save before Mother Brain. There's a save station right before you get into the Zebetite room. Meanwhile, Jaychalke is going through the attic, so Jay is going to find his Varia suit at Sky Missiles pretty soon. Meanwhile, Nevdi has already taken down Ridley, so I think that's the final boss for Nevdi. So Nevdi is going to be making his way all the way to Turian after this, after he escapes Lower Norfair, and Jay is going to have to go all the way down to Lower Norfair and fight Ridley. Did MM2 find bombs? Oh God, he's going to be. I would be so upset to find bombs right there after all that Crystal Flash effort.
Well, it's a bit annoying, but at least you know you didn't have to, you didn't make like a wrong play where you could have probably easily found bombs. But of course, he could have also easily had Ice Beam if he went to Green Brinstar.
So Rheem Octuri has his Varia suit, and Sasha Boss does or does not. I don't recall.
Sasha does not have Varia, as far as I know. Did Sasha die? Or no? No, he probably didn't die. I guess he's doing Sandpit saves.
Yeah, I think Sasha Boss is going to be looking for his Varia suit right now. Did not to check Sky Missiles, which is right where Jaychalke is, and Jaychalke is probably going to be upset with himself, or maybe just furious that Wreck Ship area had what he was looking for, knowing that Jay is not a fan of Wreck Ship. So at least he was able to find the Varia suit. So Jay will be making his way to Lower Norfair, and who knows, might even have a high five with Nevdi at some point.
Mother Brain 1 has gone down on Zeb's side. Zeb has 3 missiles, 3 supers that he can actually miss against Mother Brain, so he's going to be a bit careful. Also, you also have to be careful with health. I'm sure Nevdi should be fine, but even with the current health situation, Nevdi, Zeb, you don't really want to fool around too much with Mother Brain because she can definitely hurt you, and if your health goes down below 3 E-tanks, then, well, you would have to restart, and I don't know if, and we don't know if Zeb actually saved, but the way things are going, Zeb is probably going to come away with the overall winner between him and MM2.
And that was definitely that race right there between MM2 and Zeb can absolutely show you what a significant impact your routing have. MM2 took a lot of big risks that had the potential to pay off, but not having Meridia access really cost MM2. Also, not having the beam power really put him at a disadvantage. But again, this race did not disappoint with really cool tech, really interesting sequence breaks, and it was exactly what I was looking for.
Definitely. So it looks so we might have a close race between MM2 and Nevdi. Remember, that doesn't really matter at all, but it's still going to be interesting to watch.
What is Nevdi going to do about ammo? Nevdi did not find charge, correct?
I don't remember him going to going there. So yeah, he does. Kiro says he has charge.
Okay, he has charge. I was about to say, because with 50 supers, that would be a really risky play to head toward Turian. You wouldn't be able to finish the game. He killed Ridley with it.
That's a very interesting play because that charge beam is definitely an out of the way check to do before Ridley.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure when Nevdi picked that up, but I'm sure he's really happy to have it. And I'd be surprised at this point if Jaychalke could keep up with Nevdi with the entirety of Lower Norfair to do. Even Jay already having everything he really needs. Not having space jump, it looks like we were going to get a speed try. So what? Oh no, Jay does have space jump. So I guess he was just trying to do the speed entry just for a little bit of the swag there.
Now my question is with. Oh wait, never mind. MM2 does have charge, so I don't have to ask that question. It looks like Rheem is doing a. He's checking Ice Beam. Oh, he's not going through the quick route. Rheem is like.
Yeah, he had a hard time getting off that wall there.
And Rheem, he's a fairly new person to the tournament. I've known Rheem for at least 3 years now, and he's a good guy. So he's probably doing extra checks. I don't think he has space jump yet. So, and he was saying earlier that he could not do the lava dive. We never saw high jump either.
Yeah, we haven't seen high jump. I think Sasha Boss has now figured out exactly where he's going to find, at least whereabouts he's going to find that Varia suit. Meanwhile, Zeb making really quick work here, gonna probably find his way in Parlor by the time MM2 makes it to G4. Well, the non-existing G4, which is such a pleasure in Rando. You can just go straight to Turian without waiting for a cutscene.
Worst cutscene ever.
And look at, I timed it out. He's going to be in Parlor right about when when MM2 hits G4. Look at that. How about that, folks?
Now this is also pretty interesting because we have a there's actually a grudge. I don't know if it's really called grudge, but a rivalry between Zeb and Nevdi. Nevdi has never been able to beat Zeb, as far as I know. So this continues that rivalry, and if Nevdi manages to win as well, there is a high chance that we'll have a Zeb versus Nevdi next week.
That would be super exciting. Just watching their routing decisions, they actually took fairly similar routes. So that'll be a really interesting matchup. I really hope that one happens. Meanwhile, we have Jaychalke trying to take out these metal pirates here on his way to Ridley. Nevdi is going to be there. And do you think at 57 minutes, Jaychalke, especially going out of the way and not finding Varia, do you think Jay is checking the SRL chat right now and just, waiting for that done to come in?
Definitely. I think Jaychalke might have been a bit afraid of Nevdi, which is why he went for the skip. Same with MM2. MM2's definitely seemed a bit afraid of Zeb, which is why he most likely went for that very risky play of Stupid Prince Star.
Ooh, MM2's going to have to be very careful in this last room. He did not pick up Spring Ball, so with 22 health and a little bit in reserves, hopefully he can evade these Metroids and kill them before all his health is depleted. If he had Spring Ball, he could just very easily jump rope over the Metroids, but we know MM2 hates Spring Ball.
Wait, MM2 skipped Spring Ball? That seems weird.
MM2 always skips Spring Ball. MM2 hates Spring Ball.
I know that feeling. I think I heard Zeb. Did we hear Zeb?
Yep, I'm here.
So GG, Zeb.
Good job. What do you think about that Varia suit? Very easy to get.
Oh my god. I can't believe it was there. So, heading into Red Tower, I just felt like there was something in Wreck Chip. That's the reason I went up. And I was thinking about ditching after Wreck Chip E-Tank. I was like, oh man, these checks are so slow up there. But I was all like, oh my god, but it feels like there's something there. It just felt like there was something there with the items that it gave us.
Yeah, definitely a good call. Jaychalke skipped it, and I don't know what Sasha did. Sasha did go... Jaychalke did his typical skip, but Sasha did go up, but he never checked the Sky Missiles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sasha had to go all the way back to the Sky Missiles. Jay had to go all the way back to Sky Missiles. Right now we have Nevdi on Mother Brain 2, and Jaychalke is just starting the escape from Lower Norfair, and Rheem is about to find his charge beam, in a few minutes at Croc Escape. He's not quite there yet. High jump boots were at Croc, by the way.
Okay, so that was probably where the other people got their worst room in the game item, I would guess.
Oh, I have one question for you, Zeb. How excited were you when you finally got that jump in worst room in the game to finish the room?
So honestly, I was really worried. I've been practicing that all week, but it is a really, really difficult jump. Sometimes I get it on the first couple of tries, and then sometimes it takes me close to 10 minutes to get it. So I was glad that it took me around a minute to get it that time. That was really great.
I was going to say, everybody else found space jump at the watering hole, and since you skipped the watering hole check, they had a little bit of a movement advantage on you, but your routing was real clutch for this seed, for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to commit to that worst room in the game because like I was really worried that MM2 would do the same route as me, except he would find a worst room in the game item, like say high jump, and that would just give him such a huge movement advantage on me that that would basically carry him to victory. But
Well, you're not going to believe this, but MM2 found absolutely no item for Meridia access and ended up having to do a suitless crystal flash with no bombs. He had no ice. He had no speed. So he actually pulled off a suitless crystal flash.
Yep, I've been practicing that one too. That one, yeah, that's a tough trick too. I heard you say that he skipped Brinstar. So where did he go after skipping Brinstar?
He did the full Brinstar skip. He went meme route, and he just went, I'm going red tower.
So okay, he went up. So he went to wreck ship.
No, he went down and he got the space jump, and then he basically went up after that.
Okay.
Yeah, he went straight to Meridia, and after he got his space jump, he went to wreck ship. So MM2 actually had both suits before anybody else did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That early gravity really, really worried me, because early gravity opens the game up so much. Like, there's so many things you can do. Like, yeah, you can completely skip Brinstar, and sometimes it'll pay off for you. So seeing that really had me worried. I'm glad that I was able to win in spite of Brinstar not being that good. But
well, it did have ice beam and screw attack. That was definitely a benefit for runners.
Ice beam especially. I think that was really good item. Like screw attack was nice too for Lower Norfair though.
Yeah, we all know how dangerous Lower Norfair could be, and also MM2 didn't have plasma, so that also... Oh, he also didn't have screw either, so that was also pretty painful for him. But he managed to still get out.
MM2 pretty much just had the pea shooter until he found wave beam.
It looks like Nevdi is on the final escape, so it'll most likely be Nevdi followed by MM2. Don't know who else. Maybe Jaychalke after that.
And it's looking like Jaychalke and Sideshow Boss has more bosses. The Sideshow Boss is farming right now. I don't remember if it's either pre-Ridley or post-Ridley because we've been paying attention to some of the other stuff.
It looks like pre-Ridley based on the map.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But yeah, good call on that. But you know, GG Zeb, it was really an incredible match, a real big win, and we're kind of hoping that you and Nevdi get to face off after this match. Is kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too.
I understand there's possibly a little bit of a rivalry between you guys.
Yep, he has never beat me in a race, and we've done like close to 30 races at this point.
Wow.
Which is pretty crazy. A lot of randomizer races, any percent, bunch Hundo GT Classic. I'm not sure.
I think that might be Nevdi join us in the chat. Join us here right now, Nevdi. GG.
GG.
Yep, GG.
Alright, Zeb. What'd you do, mate?
I went through worst room in the game without a worst room in the game item. That's what I did.
What? You were like weren't you practicing that like 3 days ago?
Yep, I've been practicing it all week. It took me about a minute to get the wall jump, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So you must. Okay, let me call Zeb. So you must have gone. Wait, why would you leave Meridia with ice? Did you leave Meridia?
You never went to Meridia.
Yeah, I went to wreck ship first, and then I found that Varia suit, and I was
Alright, I'm done. I'm out. Why would you give me no hate?
I was like, oh my god, there's a Varia suit here, and then I left wreck ship. Yeah.
It's funny how much better wreck ship is this year as well.
Yeah. So wreck ship just felt like it really had something. The only things in Logic down were high jump. What else? There was crab supers, and then Mama Turtle on the wall. Those are the only things that were in Logic actually. So I was like, and I was thinking about ditching out on wreck ship. I went up Red Tower. I was like, oh man, should I do the top of wreck ship? This is such an awful loadout to check all of the items.
Just
I was like, but it feels like there's something there, and I was like, I'm gonna go do it.
That's crazy. That's a really hard wreck ship first too. Sorry, what's up with Jay?
Jay is
Jaychalke
being
did.
frustrated right now in Turian because he knows that by skipping wreck ship entirely and having to go back for the Varia suit, you can just see the frustration on his face right now. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like I played like in 1v1s. If you know your opponent, you play to do their route. If that makes sense. If you feel that you move better. So I wasn't particularly going after Zeb today, although I probably wouldn't have done anything different. But I was going after Jay's route today. So I'm pretty sure. I imagine that Jay and I, hopefully, if I'm right, would have had a very similar route, or he would have got the speed and then tried to check everything before ship, maybe. Is that?
Yeah, my guess is Jaychalke was trying to do things, hopefully outsmart Nevdi, and that's also what I think MM2 did as well, to try and outsmart Zeb.
No, I think maybe, but I thought Jay would play his game as well. But did Jay and I do similar? Like we would have gone down, full cleared Meridia, and then found the speed on the way out. I don't know. I'll watch it back and see.
I think this is definitely a race worth watching back and seeing. There was some really interesting routing decisions, and I'm just really excited to see a race that had a lot of really cool elite tech and pretty super awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Especially that wreck ship first play. That's crazy. Because all the worship in the game items there were pretty much in Meridia.
Yeah,
Like,
there was one at Croc. There was high jump at Croc, I guess.
so high jump was a croc.
Yep,
Yeah.
there was a Croc E-Tank.
And that
So-
Meridia
So
item
how
was
did
all...
gravity get in logic then?
With ice.
Oh, of course, ice. I know. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah. All right, that's important to know because I was thinking too hard about that gravity. All right. Yeah, well, that was crazy. I honestly thought that we all would have done similar routes, to be honest, but apparently not.
I was really worried that one of you guys, MM2 probably mostly, would do the same route as me, but then get a worst room in the game item and have like a huge movement edge on me.
Yeah.
So that's what I was most worried about. But otherwise, my route felt really good.
Oh, as soon as you see the Varia, it would have felt pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really weird scene. I know I always say this every time, but that was a super weird one. For me, like maybe not from your perspective, but from mine, it was super. It was when I saw that speed, you get to that dilemma of do you go avoid the bowling or do you go stats number and just get the concentration item? So I went for
So where was speed?
speed was an X-ray.
Oh yeah, yep.
So I'm gonna bet that I don't know. We'll see, but I imagine that Jay would have done similar to me and then check waterway and climb supers with that. But I'll see his time at the end and maybe see what happens. But
Yeah,
that was always in my head.
Yeah, I think he basically checked every possible item and then went to wreck ship at the very end.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I did wreck ship upper just because it had the numbers of items, but still tough call. Like it's a really sketchy position there. I don't really know what the right one was.
Kind of feel sorry for Rheem. Right now, Rheem is trying to find his worst room in the game item. As we were talking earlier, he can't really do the lava dive or the lava dive thing, so he's looking for his space jump. And that space jump is definitely not that easy to find if you don't have the steel, because I know that high jumpless gravity jump is a pretty tricky jump to make.
So what does the logic? That logic, I guess, would expect you to have grapple there. Is that
Grapple
right?
was at bowling.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering how they would have, what the logic would have given it to get
I think
to that
that it is
space.
grapple. Yep.
Yeah, grapple. Okay. Far out. So the game wanted a full clear ship, or the seed rather.
Mhm.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I also messed up that last gravity jump out of Everest like 3-4 times. I think 4 times I messed it up.
Yeah,
That's a tough jump.
Yeah. Do you do crouch pixels?
Yep, I
or
do the crouch jump.
Yeah, okay. I go off the wall. I don't know why. I did really bad grab jumps this game, so I'm happy that I found that space jump because I was really struggling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also
Did you peak croc or croc escape?
I did not.
Yeah, okay, so I I peaked it.
Yeah.
It felt good. It was Oh, I guess no, you were Go mode, so you wouldn't have.
Yep,
But it was
I was
charge beam.
Go mode, and even if there was something there, didn't have any items to get it at the time. So.
Yeah, that's weird, man. Yeah, of course. You would have literally been able to knock it.
So,
Yeah,
like,
right.
if it were a worst room in the game, I would want to go pick it up, but I wouldn't be able to anyway. So.
Did you clear Bubble Mountain? You would
No,
have,
I did
guess.
not.
So you're okay. Well done. That's so good. I can't believe you did that, man. That's awesome. So you went down. I'm gonna get this wall jump.
Yep,
I know
basically.
we've been talking. I know we've been talking for a while, but that was one of your last tricks to get, if you will.
I've been
I know you've
working
been
on
doing
that and Suitless Crystal Flash Clip all week. So.
Yeah, Suitless Crystal Flash would be good to remove bombs. That's really good too. I tried to do the damage boost to X-ray because I've been getting it a lot lately, but the screw attack messed me up, and then I just bailed on it. But I really wanted to do that. I don't know if that would have been better or worse for me, but I would have found speed earlier. I don't know what that would have made me do, but would have been good.
But anyway, I think I've got to head out. I've got some people coming over or already here probably because
But Zeb, I
Satchel
have
made us late.
Yeah, Sasha. I have a GT race on, Zeb, so you're gonna have to tell your friends to leave so you can watch it. So
Okay.
GG, man. Until next time. Yeah, see ya. I'll bet you soon.
Yep, see you later.
See ya.
And we have Jaychalke. Jaychalke has finished with 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 6 seconds. Thanks, Zeb and Nevdi, for stopping by and chatting with us. Always a pleasure to have you here. Don't forget, everyone, to follow these racers. They don't do this for money, they do it for your own pleasure.
By the way, Rheem just found Space Jump, finally found his access into Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Sasho Boss already in Turian, and there's probably, nothing against Rheem, but probably next to no chance right now for Sasho Boss to lose this one because not enough E-Tanks to do stand-up. I don't recall if Sasho has Charge Beam or not. Probably does because he only has 50 supers, so I'm assuming he has Charge Beam. So we're not going to see a stand up here. So soft lock potential is reduced to virtually zero. But definitely Rheem, for like you said, as minimal experience here, I think has been doing a very, very good job and making a lot of decisions that I probably would have made when I first started out running randomizer.
Oh,
Trolled
Rheem
by a
gets hit.
snail.
That's crazy. I haven't seen that before.
I've been trolled by that snail at least 2 or 3 times in Aqueduct.
Yeah, so we were all there where Rheem was. Last year, I was based at this time, I was probably at the same place where Rheem was. I probably didn't know how to do those gravity jumps or short charges or some of those other crazy things. But as we play along, we definitely learn and get better, and makes this tournament more competitive.
I mean, Reem's still going to finish this race a whole lot faster than I finished. I finished my first tournament seed. My first tournament seed was 1 hour and 58 minutes of frustration.
That sounds like my first tournament. I came in last. Well, and that was, of course, last year, but yeah.
That's right. It's been really fun doing comms with you so far. Every time I do commentary, every time I watch you race, I learn a little bit more about the vanilla logic. And I'm mostly a vanilla Super Metroid runner. So this has been a really great experience and it's helped me kind of increase my vocabulary, so to speak, of Super Metroid skills. So, great runners like Zeb and Nevdi tonight and Jay and MM2. It's been really awesome watching.
Not to mention, you actually learned a few new things today, like that Crystal Flash clip.
I did not know that was a thing. I knew that the Frog Speedway skip was a thing, but I did not know how to do that. So, very interesting.
Yep, and it looks like Sasha is taking down Mother Brain number 3. Mother Brain number 3 is down, and Rheem is going to be making his way over to Dragon. This is also the last matchup for tonight. Tomorrow we have 2 matchups. One of them is going to be at 2 o'clock, which is we got Toasty versus who? Who's Toasty facing tomorrow, Kev?
Toasty is going to be winning against Kevnastics tomorrow at 2 p.m. So please tune in.
Oh, I'll make sure that
Toasty's
doesn't
a friend
happen.
of mine. Toasty's he's a good friend of mine. I'm really, really excited to race Toasty. He's one of the first guys I met in the Super Metroid community And I was a fan first, and then I got to become friends with Toasty. So I'm really excited to race him tomorrow. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And then at 4 p.m. we have the final undefeated player, Sloters, taking on Skipsy at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That should be a great race. Sloters is a beast in his own kind. With his movement, we would definitely like to see a Sloters versus Zeb race at some time as well. See how that will turn out. And then
Sloters is not only an incredible vanilla player, but he's also a very, very experienced rando player. He's done all kinds of randos, done SMRAT, Dash, lots of different randomizers. And I do believe that Sloters is in the top 10 in every major category. Just killer Super Metroid player all around.
definitely,
I'm a
and
big
then
fan.
and then following that race, we should be having the announcements for week 6, I believe. Week 6. Week 6 announcements. We are coming down toward the very end of Swiss.
So what are there 6 or 7 weeks of Swiss?
7 weeks, and then there is a play-in week to determine who moves up to Rat and who moves down to Mouse. I most likely be moving down to Mouse, depending on what happens in the next 2 weeks. I don't know that for sure.
It'll certainly be very interesting. This is my first year doing SMRAT and has lived up to all the hype. Everybody that had encouraged me to join this tournament. I actually, Zero, I think you were one of the guys that encouraged me to join this tournament. So, thank you very much. I'm really glad to be a part of it. I've been really enjoying it as a commentator. And while we have Sasha Boss finishing up, it is worth telling everybody in chat, make sure you follow Zeb316, follow mm2nescartridge, follow Jaychalke and Nevdi, follow Sasha Boss and Rheem. Also, thank you to Sailor Jade. She's done a great job helping out throughout the tournament. And Varial, our restreamer tonight, super job. And Zero, thanks for joining me on comms. I'm really glad that I finally got a chance to com a match with you, especially, hanging out with you in my chat all the time. It's a privilege and a pleasure.
Well, of course, the Ted Masters chat is where all the fun is, as we all know.
That's where all the fails are, man. Come to my stream for the fails.
That was my stream. Looks like Sasha might be finishing. Might be. He's in the ship. He finishes with 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 47 seconds. So that means he moves on to be 2 and 3, which puts Rheem at 1 and 4. We'll see if Sasha does an interview, and we'll see if Rheem is assigned to finish his run or not. We'll see what happens.
I think we do have Sasha in the chat. Sasha, GG.
Thanks. How's it
Or
going?
in the booth. It's going well. How do you feel about your run? You want to tell us about it?
Well, I felt like my movement was pretty good and my routing was good as well. The only problem was that I skipped Varia.
Now, did
the one item in Rec Ship that I skipped, it was Varia.
Now, did you actually try to check the sky item, or did you completely skip it?
No, I just skipped it completely.
Oh, that hurts.
So then I went and full cleared Meridia and then went and checked Shack Tool as well. And then I finally went up and found it.
Yeah.
Well, you were not the only runner that made that skip. Jaychalke also skipped that item, and I want to say, I feel like Nevdi had to go back for it too, but I don't recall. But definitely really trolly place for that Varia suit to be, for sure.
Well, once again, early gravity. 4 out of 5 of my races, it's been like that. And
Holy
4 out of
cow,
5
seriously?
races. 4 out of 5 races I've gone to Wreck Ship, and this was the only one that had Varia or anything good there.
That's awful, man. That's awful.
I've had some crap seeds, honestly.
I know that
Still,
feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, the one good thing about not finding Varia was that I had to go through Meridia and I found Space Jump. If I found Varia, I don't think... I mean, I probably would have full cleared Meridia anyway, but I don't know if I would have checked Beach or not. So...
You didn't have high jump boots, correct?
Nah. I
So
didn't go to.
Rheem is the only one who found high jump boots. They were at they were down by Croc. So
Yeah,
like
I had a feeling.
Zeb, for instance, had to do that very precise, very difficult, worst room in the game jump because he had no other way to get through worst room in the game. So it's a good thing you did find that space jump because that makes a lot of the movement down there so much easier, so much faster.
Yeah, I was going for that jump in my last race, but then had to forfeit, and then as soon as the stream got cut, I got it.
Oh man, isn't that how it works in this game?
Always. All right. Well, I mean that's really all I've got to say. Just the Varia location movement was kind of clean, but other than that, yeah, that's about it.
It was a privilege watching you run again, Sasho Boss. I had the privilege of doing commentary for one of your races in the Hundo, and it was very, very great to watch you again. I think you're a fine runner, and you did show really impressive movement. And sometimes it's just, you play enough of these randos, and you know that it's all about the routing, especially when you have runners that are evenly matched up as far as their, movement is concerned. So GG, and thanks for putting on a good show for all of us.
Thanks for the restream and thanks for the commentary.
Absolutely.
Could be a good one to watch.
Absolutely. So meanwhile, it does look like Rheem Octuri is going to finish. So you got to appreciate that. I have a lot of respect for a runner who just needs to finish. Right now, I think Rheem has everything he needs in order to finish, although I'm not entirely sure if Rheem has charge beam or not. I don't believe so. It looks like we do have a tracker up for Rheem right now, and he does have charge beam. So one way or another, he's going to make it through. Hopefully we'll be able to make it through Ridley with enough health. And I don't know. What do you think, Zero? You know Rheem a little bit better than I do.
Well, I know him through chat. I don't really see him play this game much, but I just understand what type of player he is. In my opinion, he should be pretty good. He does have a charge. He does have enough ammo for Ridley if he doesn't like to use possible against Ridley. I don't think he uses Moonwalk, so that probably won't be much of a problem. So he should be pretty good, I would say. He is saving as well.
I still don't use Moonwalk myself. I'm not sure if you do, but I feel like if Sloters can get away with not using Moonwalk, it's good enough for me. But it's more like I actually played the game for a significant amount of time before I realized that Moonwalk was a thing. And so I tried using it one time and I hated it, and I have never gone back.
I never knew it was a thing until last year. Interesting enough, I only use Moonwalk and Rando. When I do any of those vanilla categories, I did not use Moonwalk because of needing plasma for Ridley.
Yeah, I definitely have a much easier time taking out Ridley without Moonwalk on, but I actually have considered turning it on for randomizers. Certain things like trying to do a CWJ over the moat, or trying to do a high jump wave gate skip with super missiles at wave E-tank. Is a little bit easier to get the right place if you can just use Moonwalk than trying to kind of back your way into it. So I've considered it, but still haven't made the move for it yet.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I use it for Rando, because I know most of the time I'm probably just going to be using supers down at Ridley to take out Ridley, so I don't have to worry about fighting Ridley with Moonwalk. With the Moonwalk annoyances, so it definitely helps out with a lot of the random tricks that you have to perform, such as Wavegate. Definitely makes Wavegate so much easier, and it probably helps out with a bunch of other things. But I know Wavegate for sure is one of them.
Yeah, I haven't had to go across the moat yet with the CWJ, but I know when you shoot out the door, you can back in a little bit farther to get a little bit more running speed to make it over the pillar and get that CWJ frame inside the room. But who knows? Maybe I'll mess around with it one of these days. You guys have gotten me, y'all have got me hooked on Rando, so definitely something I'm going to be playing a lot of in the future. Meanwhile,
Well,
Rheem is farming over here to get maybe some extra health and a few more supers just to have a very comfortable Ridley fight.
I know a couple weeks ago when I was watching one of Reem's races, he did have a little bit of trouble taking on Ridley. Hopefully, he has practiced and got a little bit better at it. So we shall see. He might not feel comfortable with his current build. As many of us all know, for many beginners, Ridley is no joke. Ridley could be quite a mean boss if you don't know how his mechanics work. If you don't know how to do things like photo manipulation and things like that.
I lost more runs to Ridley than Fantoon in my first 6 months playing this game. So absolutely, any safety you can pick up. I would say if you want to play any Super Metroid, be it Rando or Vanilla, the best thing you have to do is you need to know your limitations. The great thing about Super Metroid is it's very accessible because you can really pick up as many or as few safeties as you want in order to finish the game. So I think it's more important, instead of getting hyped up about how fast you can go in the game, first thing you should do is just kind of make sure you know your limits as a player and make sure you know exactly what you need to be able to finish. And here we go, exactly what you said. We do see that Rheem was smart to pick up some extra supers for this fight.
Yeah, so after the race, I'll probably have to talk to Rheem about.
Whoa!
Oh no!
What the heck is that? I think we have a soft lock.
Oh man!
What the heck? So it looks like Ridley is gonna. What? That was awesome.
I think Rheem deserves an automatic win for that.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Holy cow! I didn't know. First off, I didn't realize that you could get Ridley stuck like that. Secondly, I don't know if I would have had the wherewithal to go in the acid and risk dying to get grabbed by Ridley. So really quick thinking from Rheem right there, and what an exciting, still some exciting stuff here. That was really neat.
I'm sure Rheem didn't know he could do that either. He probably just got like so lucky there. I think a lot of us probably would have like just raged and quit the game at that point in time. But
I got stuck one time. Ridley was floating in the top left and would not make any other movements. Wouldn't swoop, wouldn't continue to take damage, wouldn't grab, just kind of hung in the left corner, and I ended up having a soft lock there. So I don't know if that was an emulator problem or just one of those weird glitchy things that can happen in Super Metroid, but geez, weird.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think Rheem feels like he's cursed after having to deal with that.
I'm just hoping Rheem can make it out of here. It should be, having some trouble. We've seen a couple of racers have trouble on these platforms here in the last week or two. I'm hoping Rheem has enough health to make it out of Lower Norfair. He does have screw attack, so does have space jump. So it just needs to be really careful that doesn't spend too much time in acid, and make sure that spin jump is active while he's in the air to make sure that any enemies incoming will be taken out by that screw attack so he can get out of here.
Yeah, and while we got distracted earlier, I was going to mention that like with Rheem with this fight, one thing that I usually do before when I get ready to practice for a race, I always practice a lot of the vanilla things. Like I practice things like IBJ, wall jumping, things like that, Ridley fights, just to get myself ready to go. I think that's definitely helpful would be helpful for a racer like Rheem, just to practice those boss fights, just to get them a little more optimized, because if you get a fight like Ridley optimized, it easily came down in probably less than a minute with super missiles.
Well, I'm very happy that Rheem is sticking with this now. Nice clip, Zero. I will have to say, everybody, I may not get to see the conclusion of this. I have another obligation tonight at 9 p.m., but I'm going to stick through it here just a little bit more and cheer Rheem on. hopefully everybody has enjoyed the match so far. Just to remind you again, please, if you enjoyed tonight's race, please follow our restreamer Envario. Please follow your commentators, myself and Zero, and definitely follow the runners because all of them have put on quite a display tonight. And thank you, Red. Red, by the way, has been a moderator for us for many tournament matches so far, and there's a lot of really great people at Speedrunners Arena that do some really excellent work behind the scenes. So please give everybody a follow. It's really, what a great crew, and I've met some really great people through this tournament. So everybody that I've met definitely deserves a follower.
Yeah, definitely. I myself, as you probably all know, you probably see me in every single person's chat. Always coming to visit. Everyone is the whole community is a great community overall. So it looks like Rheem is making his way down that Fraud Speedway. Does not decide to do the wave skip. Decides to just do it traditional way.
I'm almost intimidated by the amount of elite tech we've seen in this match so far tonight, and it makes me go, all right, if I want to be good at this, I'm gonna have to up my game because I have never done a Crystal Flash clip, even the regular Crystal Flash clip into Meridia. I have never done a high jumpless lava dive. Never done that. I've done a couple gravity jumps. IBJ, I actually learned IBJ on the fly in my very first SMRAT match. I had never done it before, and I didn't know how to get to Gauntlet without IBJ at that point. I didn't know how to do those wall jumps. I didn't know that was possible to learn how to do those wall jumps. So I got to thank SMRAT for really helping me think outside of the box and learn a lot of really cool tech that will hopefully help me in the future because I do like playing a lot of Super Metroid categories. I play a lot of vanilla categories, a lot of mean categories, a lot of main categories. So I really think SMRAT is just making me just better at this game and increasing my overall knowledge of all this cool stuff that's possible with Super Metroid.
And not to mention, the awesome thing about Randomizer is every single time you play it, it's basically a whole new game. So it keeps things fresh compared to like just vanilla categories where you're just going through the routines over and over again, and it can get possibly stale after a while.
I would actually agree with you. That's why I do so many different categories in vanilla. If I play a category too often, I do feel like it gets really stale. And, Randomizer is a really great way to keep things fresh. And you're absolutely right. It's a new game every time.
And not to mention, it definitely helps you think, helps keep your mind fresh as well, thinking about where to go, how the logic's working. So if you want to make your kids smarter, give them Super Metroid.
I know. I keep waiting for my kids to really get in Super Metroid. My son, they like watching Super Metroid, which is kind of cool. My son even made it as far as Bomb Torizo one point, and he beat Bomb Torizo, and he said, "All right, that's it, I'm done. I won the game." And he's 7, so for him that was enough for him, and he was happy with that.
I was probably 7 when I actually first played this game.
So in 1994, when Super Metroid came out, I was 13 years old, and I, in hindsight, made the wrong decision when I begged my parents for a Sega Genesis because I wanted to play Mortal Kombat with blood. And I never got a chance to play Super Metroid until about a year ago when I discovered it on the Nintendo Switch. Thanks, Imperial. I'm not there yet. Couple more days.
Oh, I never knew you were older than me. Interesting. I thought we were about the same age.
I'm going to be 40 on February 14th, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you. It's not my favorite day of the year, but there we go. I've been outed. I'm entering my 4th decade. Oh, nice. Hey, thank you, Red. And Varial, happy birthday to you.
Well, you know how we just celebrate your birthday is by having a randomizer race that day.
We'll see. I have a work thing to do on that day, but work will not last all day. I'll be done by mid-afternoon, and then I'll have some stuff with my family, and we'll have to see if I can put that together. Because if I don't get a chance to play Super Metroid on my birthday, I will be a little disappointed.
And back to Rheem. Sorry, we haven't been talking about Rheem much, but Rheem has made his way to Torian. He is taking down the Metroids, and soon going to be taking on Mother Brain. Great finish. We always love to see runners finish their run. I know that also applies in every single possible sport as well. We always like to see people finish regardless of what happens to them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like I said, my first SMRAT race was 1 hour and 58 minutes, and I was going to finish it. I think everybody else finished about 25 minutes and more before I did. So seeing all the .duns come in and me not knowing what to do next or where to go was very frustrating. But the way I look at it is it's really good practice for the future. So you're getting more practice on your movement. If you haven't found all the items yet, you're getting more practice trying to deal with the logic and think about what to do next. So I support this call from Rheem Octuris, and definitely proud of anybody that can sit here and finish the entire game.
I agree, and Rheem is making his way to the baby. The baby, basically MacGuffin.
So with that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for listening to me. Thank you, Zero, for jumping in the booth and joining me tonight. Like I said, I do have another obligation, so I will have to take off. But I want to thank everybody for an amazing race, and what a wonderful night for Super Metroid. So see y'all next mission. And Zero, if you're okay with that, I'll let you close the show for everybody.
Hi, thanks Kev for hanging out with me. Everyone, make sure to go check out Kev. Make sure to follow him. He is an amazing guy. I always love just chilling in his chat all the time. Pick on him every now and then. He knows what I'm definitely talking about with that.
It's all right. I enjoy your sense of humor, and I always love seeing you in the chat, Zero. All right, buddy. Take care.
You too, buddy.
Thanks.
Rheem getting his heels on. I'm unsure if he knows how to do Zeb-skip. He still has screw attack equipped, so there is a low chance that he knows how to do Zeb-skip coming up. Zeb-skip, in my opinion, is more of a moderate trick to perform in this. It was one of the later tricks I actually attempted to learn, and it did take quite a while to figure out how to do this ice clip, even actually after watching some videos. Because you freeze. Oh no, he's actually going to attempt it. It looks like that's good. The thing that I couldn't really get is couldn't really figure out how to do the spin jump. Which, after a while, it appears. My guess is it has to be like a very, very short hop spin jump. He decides to opt out of it. He's going to be shooting through the Zebs. These Zebs, they regenerate health, so just be aware of that if you are unsure about them. Normally it takes a total of 16 super missiles to get through them, if you're quick enough. I forgot how many rigor missiles. I think it's around maybe 40-ish. 48 rigor missiles, but of course due to regeneration, it might actually be a little bit more than 48 to get through all of them. You can definitely conserve ammo a little bit more against the Zebs by using 2 missiles plus 1 super. And Rheem has gone through Mother Brain 1. He does not have enough ammo for Mother Brain 1, but he does have charge with plasma, so this fight shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully, he watches his health. He definitely always want to stay above that 3 E-tank limit minimum, because that's the minimum you need in order to actually survive Mother Brain. Of course, he does have at least 1 reserve tank. I'm sure how many reserve tanks overall he has. That could help. It looks like she might be getting close to... Oh, he got hit. Hopefully he has 2 E-tanks worth of reserves there. We'll see. Yes, 3. Awesome. Hopefully, yep, there we go. And he should be fine, hopefully, oh no! Oh, hopefully he still has enough health in that tank. Oh, he does, good. So good. Wow. Final charge up, charge it up. And here comes baby. Baby is quite hungry, getting rounds on that mother brain. I don't know where the baby came from. The baby apparently just flipped right through the wall. None of the enemies in this game understand how physics works. You also have mother brain flipping through that back wall. Mother brain coming through also came through the floor as well at the start of the match. Get Metroid thinking that Mother Brain is dead. Sadly, Mother Brain is not dead. So overall, the baby has failed us. So the baby should be punished in the very end. No, baby, you don't have to fully heal Samus. You could just give her maybe 1 or 2 beatings worth and then fly away. Fly away? What are you doing? Why are you just chilling there, baby? Go! Go! No! You didn't have to go that way. You could have gone right. And the baby died. No! But with death breeds life into the Hyper Beam. Hyper Rainbow Beam of awesomeness. It's such a shame that we only really get to see this beam like right now. It'd be interesting if a future Metroid game had the Hyper Beam as more accessible. He was just chilling in the corner. There is actually a faster way to fight Mother Brain. I believe if you get really up close to Mother Brain and just shoot her point blank range, it's a lot quicker. It helps reduce a little bit some of the frame rate issues caused by me. Mother Brain 3 is dead. All 3 Mother Brains have been defeated, and we got time bombs. My Taurus going into the I don't remember what those things are called. The gates. Going to the gates to making his escape. Run down the shaft, which I actually didn't even know you could run down until I don't know when. I actually learned so many things about this game after I originally played it. Into one of the worst rooms in the game. There's so many worst rooms in the game in this game. It's just insane. It's going to be quite painful to navigate, especially if you don't have anything like high jump. Rheem does have high jump. He also has space jump, making it a little bit easier. Get his way through. Shooting everything. Must kill all the space pirates. For me, I would just be going around killing all the space pirates. Sure, they'll die when the planet explodes, but just to be sure, gotta get rid of all of them. Oh no, he bonks. Yeah, that happened to me before. And Rheem's making his way up. He's doing the climb. The final optional super boss of the game, which is not really optional. This is a true boss fight right here. He's making his way up. Can he escape? Can he? He's getting there. He's up. He's free. Or maybe, yes, he gets to the door. Will the animals be saved? Or will he crush the animals? Keep going, Rheem. You're almost there. He's throwing the ball for him. He's going down. Nope. No, he's just skipping them. And Rheem has officially finished with 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 34 seconds. Great job by Rheem. Rheem Rheem showed us some new tech today with Ridley. That was quite interesting. He's probably going to be coming and hanging out with us shortly. But he's quite thrilled to be talking to me. I'm amazed that Rheem didn't pick up bombs. I wonder why he didn't pick up bombs at Dragon. I probably didn't really need them. And we got Rheem here. Can you hear me, Rheem?
Yes, I can.
Rheem, tell me about that Ridley fight.
The Ridley fight, yeah, I'm bad. I'm just bad. So yeah, combat is not really. My main thing is logic, and this was sort of a jet seed to begin with, but I could not figure out the logic for, well, basically everything. Like, gravity was in the ceiling. I couldn't figure out what was the logic.
Ice beam.
Oh, ice beam. I was forgetting about freaking ice beam. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Okay. That clears out. I just couldn't figure out what the actual logic of the seed was, and I was trying to hunt down Space Jump.
Well, Space Jump wasn't really in the best position for you, sadly, because we all so you needed to use either a gravity jump or had to grapple across that.
Yeah. And I can gravity jump, but I just figured at that point I hadn't put 2 and 2 together that ice beam equals gravity gives in logic, right? So I figured things that were in logic, Pink Bryn, were Red Tower, Moat Missiles, and high jump, the 3 high jump boots items, and I didn't find anything, really there.
Yeah, overall it was a pretty goofy seed overall. Sky Missiles came in with the win again for having that logical progression. A lot of the other runners were also struggling a bit on the run. MM2 basically skipped all of Brinstar and went down. Zeb, of course, Zeb had the most optimal route. Nevdi had a pretty decent route too. Jaychalke made his wreck ship skip, and Sasho, he actually didn't even check our Sky Missiles.
I need to look up how to get into. I think I would have been fine with just high jump if I can just figure out how to get into Norver with it, get past Lava Dive.
You said that you were fine with gravity jumping and
yeah, but for some reason when I tried gravity jumping earlier, maybe it was just because I got hit by a Namahe and didn't realize it, but I wasn't getting the height while I was practicing before the race, so I don't know.
Yeah, and as we always say, practice makes better.
I have not been practicing that much. I've been worrying about other stuff.
Yeah, I understand, but it's a good race. It was quite entertaining. You might have actually had a decent chance against Sasha if you were able to get into Lower North Fair, but as we say, just keep on practicing. Like for myself, even with things like Ridley, every single time before a major race, I always practice Ridley multiple times before even starting.
Yeah, I need to do that. I mean, he got stuck there. I'm like, well, what do I do now?
Well, but at least he came unstuck. I bet a lot of our racers would have just said, "Oh no," and either just quit or
yeah. At that point, had I gotten actual soft locked, I would have just reset. just not forfeited and not finished it because I don't want to waste everybody's time. But yeah.
Yeah, so you're moving on to next round. Anyone you're looking forward to taking on next round at all? possibly?
No, because it's the 1-4 bracket. Basically, I'm guaranteed mouse at this point. And it's just I don't want to say I'm looking for. First off, I don't even know how many people are still left in 1-4. Secondly, it's sort of like I don't want to speak ill of anybody because I don't want to say, oh, I want to fight this person, and I don't want to see because I don't want to. Everybody's probably better than me, or just barely better than me, and I just managed to win anyways. But it's just, yeah.
Now that's perfectly acceptable. But we do know that the majority of the racers in this tournament are actually are quite skilled, quite decent. Even the people down there and even the 1-4s are all pretty good as well.
Yeah, some people got bad luck in matchmaking, but every round everything gets a little bit closer.
Oh yeah, you definitely had that horrible matchmaking. 2 weeks in a row, you had Slaughter's, and then you had myself.
Yep. Slaughter's.
So,
I just knew I was going to lose that. I was pretty sure I was going to lose it, but there's always that teeny sliver of a super trolly seed that just gets one of us the edge over the other, And if you like last location something like Varia or something like that, then that can make a difference. But with Slaughter's, even if he last location Varia, it doesn't matter. He's Slaughter's.
True, but once again, thanks Rheem for racing tonight. It was always a pleasure to have you, to speak with you. Everyone, make sure to check out Rheem. He's a pretty cool dude. We've known each other for a long time, much before the SMRAT tournament, even SMRAT tournament. So
going on 4 years now, I think.
Probably 4 years. Time flies, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, so check him out. Check out all the other racers. Follow everyone. Thanks SRA for hosting this tournament. No one does anything for money here. It's all free and volunteer. So thanks everyone for helping out. We are going to be checking on another Fast Samus because we need more Fast Samuses. So any last words, Rheem?
Have fun, guys.
Yep. And I've been 00713 saying see ya and have a good time and see you next mission.